Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to a Saturday night version of the Enough Said pre-winter storm here. We're ready to rock and roll. We got a 49ers recap, the Eagles offensive coordinator search, if there even is one going on, coaching openings and who goes where, game predictions, and Mike's got a little something for us too. Let's hit it. What up, fellas?
Hey, what's up?
What up?
What's up?
What's up?
What up, Jermaine? What's it like where you at, man? You getting some stuff or what, man?
It's coming, yeah. Because I went to go get some, flashlights just in case. You know what I mean? A couple little space heaters just in case. But I don't think we're going to get nothing. It's going to be north of us, like in the Athens area and whatnot. You know, so they're ones that are going to get hard. By the time it gets us, we're going to get something, but not as bad. So yeah, it's coming. When I was coming home, it started to get wet. Little black ice, you see. You know what I mean? Yeah.
More than anything down there, ice is the worst than snow for y'all.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it's worse for everybody. But
yeah, and one salt truck in Georgia, they still don't get it. It's not gonna, it's not gonna kick it, man. One salt truck in the state of Georgia, then they want to call it a state of emergency. They already closed schools down. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. They
want to keep people off the road, man.
Yeah, keep the idiots off the roads. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's bring everybody in here. I'll introduce everybody. As always, a normal crew is here. This first guy, after the Niners win, he made a video to rub it in a bit. He got karma against Seattle when his team played like, well, you know.
Yeah.
Mike, if I had more time, I was going to make a video this week. I just could not do it, man. I was going to try, but I just did not have the time, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, watching that from the very first play, I just did like Jermaine did. Just,
I told you that karma. That karma's coming.
Yeah. No, it couldn't have played a worse game, but it just kind of showed how far they got to go. It's like no matter, you're starting to see where there is definitely a little bit of a gap between the top teams to everybody else. I think the teams that are in it really kind of been some of the best teams all year, so I can't argue with it. I mean, so but you see my tag that says everybody was dropping, you know what, and that's what that kid was saying in the Eagles game. It's like everybody's dropping stuff, and it's like that's what happened with the Niners. So I'm like sitting there watching Ricky Pearsall. I'm like, you supposed to be the number one receiver. He dropped the ball on a third down. It's like, and no one showed up. Like nobody showed up from the jump.
Well, the teams that are there, I'm sorry, Sal.
Oh no, good, Jermaine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the teams that are there are supposed to be there. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
We ain't talking.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, really, yeah. I mean, we talked Seahawks. We talked Seahawks and Rams for like since the middle of the season. And they had their ups and down games, but everyone still was kind of like, they're kind of like the best teams in the NFC. Yeah. And then the Patriots, kept winning and Denver kept winning.
Yeah.
So, all right, I don't like none of the teams that are in it, but I can't really dispute it too much. They seem like it's the right mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're getting Debo back. That's a rumor.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Really? It's like you're going backwards. Why would you do something?
I mean, if he don't cost nothing, why not kick the tires? I mean, he wouldn't be like the number one guy.
Yeah.
It depends how much money he want. I mean, I wouldn't take him back unless he's like going to take like a league minimum or something like that. Or maybe they have a lot of incentives, so it will like actually, try to stay in shape and come out and play. But no, they gotta get a number one receiver. That's just Pearsall's not it. You saw it in the Seahawks game. They even admitted it after the Seahawks game. They're slow. They're not fast enough. The Seahawks were fast on every position. Everybody was covered.
Yeah,
they gotta get faster. You just gotta get faster and younger.
Yeah,
AJ Brown, he's available.
Who?
Maybe
Jalen Ray.
That name's been thrown out there. That
it has been.
It has been put out there.
Who's this
wants
again?
to make a play for somebody. AJ Brown's name came
up.
Oh,
AJ Brown.
Real deal, man. He's been rumors he might go to either the 49ers or he's going to go to New England, man. It could be either one.
Yeah.
So,
Jalen Reagor is out there.
Yeah.
I think I cut.
Tyreek Hill's out there.
Yeah, right. He said younger, not older.
Yeah. All right, this second guy in Georgia, after the Eagles lost, he had a lot of criticism, which was fair. Even now, all we can do is just put his hands up in the air.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I should have stuck to my guns in the middle of the season when I was mad at them. I said they ain't gonna get past the first round, but I kind of, it's like you see it. It's like, yo, San Fran's beat up. I mean, how do you not win that game? But hey, it is what it is.
He's on now.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that in the offensive coordinator shortly. We'll get into that.
Oh my God.
This last guy, his Eagles this year could not get a first round bye. It was almost as difficult as getting some bandwidth on his Wi-Fi.
I like that one, man. That's a good one. Yeah, that's pretty much how the whole season went, man. I mean, it's just disconnect.
Yeah.
Eagles a disconnect.
Yeah, lagging. How about
lagging?
That?
Whatever you want to call it. I'm lagging right now. So.
Yeah, there you go. I saw it. So, the Matrix.
You know, that's the Philadelphia Eagles, and it might be them next year too. Or they just.
All right, well, let's get into it, guys. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the Eagles offensive coach? We can start with that search. Seems like they're interviewing all these people. Frank Reich. Come on, Slovic now is the favorite. Slovic got a job. Who's the guy from Indianapolis? Yeah. He's the favorite. Cooter. Thank you. Yeah, Cooter's the favorite now. They think he's like, or they said they're waiting for one of the coaches who are still in the playoffs, which they might. Yeah.
I mean, they went back to Zach Robinson, Mike McDaniels passed. Well, Mike McDaniels actually the Cleveland Browns. He turned that down. But these were in the beginning where we thought, these guys could come here. But it's from reading the notes out there and stuff, man. Like, I don't know who we're gonna get. Like all the good, to me, the good ones passed, and that's a problem. I don't know what Howie's thinking or doing. I mean, could it be that Zach Robinson's or let me take that back. Daniels wants, head coach money, and not OC. And how we got a budget because I understand that there's a big pot of money, but that budget has to go out to each department. How much is he willing to pay for offensive coordinator?
Yeah, this reminds me of when they couldn't get Vic Fangio the first time. They really wanted him, and they waited too long, and they had to settle for somebody they really didn't want. You saw what happened. So now what? Do we just here we go again? It feels like we're in the same boat. But I think what I'm most surprised about is that nobody seems to really want to come here. It doesn't seem like it's an attractive job to people. Is it because they don't want to deal with Jalen? Do they not want to deal with AJ Brown? Is the offense aging? I'm hearing everything from Jeff Sutherland because he has his own scheme on the offensive line and the guy is brilliant, but they don't want him giving up that offensive line scheme. And rightly so. The guy's been awesome. So maybe it is not an attractive place for people to come. I don't know.
Here's the new one. Did you guys hear this? When I was listening on the radio, a lot of coaches are steering away from this because of what happened with Kevin when they egged his house. Mm-hmm. It's the fan base.
Really?
Yes, it's the fan base. And I'm like, I kind of believe that because, I mean, you guys listen to the radio. Y'all can listen to the radio and stuff like that. It's brutal. You know what I mean? I mean, the fans are literally just going off the deep end. And it's like, they better get this thing together. Who's to say that these coaches is like, well, damn, I don't want to go and get a house in Jersey or get a house in Philly, and then all of a sudden I call the wrong play, and you should have ran the ball, you should have passed him. It's a lot of things. Fan base ain't no joke. You know what I mean?
A monster off to the window, huh? So
yeah. No, it's a good point though. I mean, we don't think about that, but I mean that happened. What was it? I think it was Detroit had a similar situation one year when they had a guy and harassed the coach, or had to change his address or hide his address because someone showed up.
Yeah.
And you think about all the other things that are involved, not just from the fan perspective of just being a fan, but you think about the gambling side of things too, and people that like lose money that get mad, it's just kind of like, you couldn't call Saquon's number and he didn't get his yards, so I lost my parlay, I mean, it is a lot more to it too. I can see that.
You're right.
Where people I don't know if I want to deal with that. People are crazy. But I do think this is where Howie, especially with Nick, may have to look at this and say, I got to get a coach that can do the job. So if he delegates to somebody and that person don't work out, I'm not up a creek, It's that quote unquote CEO coach. Like Harbaugh is considered a CEO coach. He's just the guy that manages it all, but the OC and the HC do their own thing. He don't really know neither side of the ball, what's it called? Sirianni's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I thought he was an offensive coordinator at some point in his life, but I can't tell. As far as I can tell, he can't help an offensive coordinator. So you can't have some young guy and be like, oh, the head coach like Andy could take some young guy and coach him up. If he saw the guy slacking, he'd be like, all right, I'm going to take over play calling duties. It's not a big deal. Nick can't do that. So I think Howie's going to look at this and say, look, one side of the ball going forward, I'm going to have a guy that can do the job if you have to. So if we lose a guy, we're not up a creek. But I think that's what you find with this OC job. You want to get a guy that, doesn't want to come here for 1 year and then have a good year and then bounce. You just can't keep going through that cycle.
No, exactly.
And plus the door is slowly closing because now you got the rest of these teams in the NFC, especially the NFC East, catching up to you. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Like you wasted this whole year, fooling around with a dumbass like Kevin Petrulo and whatnot, and look what happened. Now you have a problem. You got a big problem.
Yeah. You got to get the best coach in here right now. And if it means down the line that you got to break this cycle by getting Sirianni out of here and getting a coach who actually can take over play calls if they need to, and pick up the slack. But you can't be worried at this time, like, I'm going to lose a guy after a year. You know what? Fine. If you win a Super Bowl and a guy goes, you just won a Super Bowl. Like, you're not going to make it every year, but you got to get the best guy in. What's the alternative? Going through a season like you just did with Kevin Petrulo at this point?
One thing, though, I can compare this to what Warren Sapp went through with Tony Dungy and then John Gruden. Warren Sapp, I clearly remember this. Warren Sapp came in and said, Tony Dungy's kitchen was a mess. And then when John Gruden got here, the kitchen got cleaned up. So what in-house, we saw last year how I think it was one of the defensive lineman coach got into the face of Nick Sirianni. I think the house is divided, honestly. I don't think some personnel don't like him. And then to answer your question, Mike, he came from Indianapolis as the personnel strategist assistant or something like that. He wasn't the OC yet. Like that's where he was at the Colts. So this was a hand pick from Jeff Lurie and Howie. But so what I'm saying is, though, I agree with Sal. Like I told you guys how I feel about Nick Sirianni. He doesn't have control of the house. If you can't have the control of the house, how are you going to have coordinators or coaches in there that are going to respect you?
But see, it comes down to the players, because if you come back down to what the players were saying, and especially when Jason Kelce was playing, you said Nick Sirianni is the best thing since sliced bread. Now maybe something happened, or maybe there's a disconnect somewhere between what he said, how the players say what he said, and whatnot. Like I said. The player, from what I'm hearing, for what they're saying is that the players love him. The players love him. And I don't know if he's a player's coach, you know what I mean? And he's just looking to try to make everybody happy. And you know what I mean? He's that rah-rah coach, it's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm here for. But I agree with you guys. I mean, I do. I mean, you're going to need somebody like a Mike Tomlin, like a Bill Cowher. You know what I mean? That somebody that's really going to get in your face, like a Bill Parcells, something like that, to really just punch these guys in the face. If it's like that, we don't know.
Those coaches have gone, man, like a Mason.
Yeah, I know. And with these pansies like AJ Brown and all that stuff, they're not going to get away with that. Yeah, you're not going to get away with that. You're a bunch of pansies, man.
It concerns me, Sal. It really does.
Yeah, but are we spoiled? Like, I mean, think about this, guys. The guy is going to the Super Bowl in 2 of 5 years. He's won one. He's lost one. Just a year ago. Okay,
Right.
He's been to 5 playoffs. Look at his record in the regular season.
I know.
I mean, there would be organizations that would kill that.
Yeah, you're right.
I got you.
Hey, you sound like me now talking about Shanahan. It's like, I ain't gonna fire him. Anybody would die to have that. But you know, when your expectations are what they are, I mean, that's just how the fan base is. They don't expect, they don't settle for less.
I guess it's a sense of Mike Tomlin. I mean, Mike Tomlin was winning every year until the last 9 years. He could not get in the playoffs. So if Nick Sirianni keeps like don't get in, I'm trying to say win.
Yeah.
So if Sirianni loses again next year and then next year, then he gets fired. I mean,
well, I think he's definitely on the hot seat. I mean, when we do our list, I think he's definitely on the hot seat this year, just like how he was when they collapsed in 2023. He was on the hot seat. So yeah, he's back on the hot seat again with this. And no telling what offensive coordinator at this point. I mean, yeah, like you said, like you guys said, I didn't even think about that. They're waiting for the playoffs to, the Super Bowl to be over to probably nail their guy. I'm not sure, but he's definitely on the hot seat next year. He's definitely on the hot seat.
If I had to guess, I think they want the Rams OC because he doesn't call plays and it would be an upgrade for him. I have a funny feeling that's who they're going after and trying to pull something from McGenius. But that's I think that's who they're probably waiting for, but we'll see. All right, let's talk about the other coaches, guys. There's a whole bunch of openings to talk about. Forget Cleveland. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland.
I mean, you think Philly's bad?
Pass. That's what right. That's what McDaniels did. Pass.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh. You can't do better than Mike McCarthy.
I'm shocked by that, honhonestly.
I am too.
What's your wife saying?
She don't like it.
Yeah, she don't like it.
Really? It was just really. It was like they couldn't get anybody better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his third head coach. I mean, they never do a retread, and then they got a guy who this is his third stint. And I mean, he's not a terrible coach, but this doesn't feel inspired. Like it doesn't feel like they usually hire someone that's kind of like ahead of their time. Like Tomlin was like, oh, he's this young guy, and he evolves into a great coach. Cowboys kind of the same way. This is like, I don't know, it's almost like a stopgap. Like they really didn't know who to hire. And maybe Flores, I thought Flores was going to get it, but maybe he had some demands or something they just couldn't live with. But this just feels like they want to wait and get somebody else, but they had to get somebody competent, at least for now. And then, this guy, McCarthy will step down and someone else will take over. I don't know. I'm surprised. I am surprised.
Maybe we got a Jason Garrett situation where they got an assistant coach they like, and like you said, he'll just take over in a couple of years, or I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah,
that's not our problem. Not our problem. Yeah. We got more problems.
Yeah. It's not. It's just not the Rooney's MO. This is not what you expect from them.
Right.
For them to always. And I know he's a hometown guy, so I mean, it's nice that he's from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, up in the mountains and whatnot. So, it's like, oh yeah, we know Mike from back today, but it's just. I don't know. And then of course there's the whole McCarthy Aaron Rodgers connection, so is that gonna get sparked back up again?
Yeah.
I mean,
let's go back to Green Bay. Yeah.
Let's just think about the Steelers. All right. The Steelers only had 3 head coaches in their lifetime.
Yep.
And every coach fits that identity of the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Tomlin, face of the Steelers. Cowher, face of the Steelers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you say Mike McCarthy. What? It's just not a right. Like, wait a minute.
What? Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy.
You can't find those because, like, you would think John Harbaugh would have went, right?
Yeah.
But
I just thought they were going to get defense. I mean, Pittsburgh has been known for being that steel curtain, right? That tough defense, and on offense, they had high power offenses. They still, were still brutal. I mean, Hines Ward went around looking to hit people. It was just that's how they were. You had the bus. Big bruising running back. They were hard-nosed football. Yep. And Mike McCarthy doesn't. No, he doesn't sound like hard-nosed football. I don't know.
Like, oh, okay.
And is he going to have the patience? Is he going to have the patience to develop a young quarterback? Because Rodgers is most likely not coming back.
Yeah.
If he does, he's not going to make the season. So you're going to have to draft a quarterback. You're not going to get Mendoza, right? Because he's going number 1. I don't know who else is out there that's really strong. So he's going to have to develop somebody. That's tough. That's tough sledding, man. He's going to have to change real quick. He might be the shortest tenure coach, like you said, Mike. A stopgap for right now. Maybe they want somebody with experience just to develop some young players for a couple years, and they can get the coach they really want to take them to the next level. Who knows?
But and that's what it feels like. Just they don't. They interviewed some people. They just didn't find that guy that just felt like they were special. And they just said, well, let's just get someone who's competent that can at least, run the team and at least get us some wins. But
we're laughing. We're laughing at the Browns, but it might flip. Pittsburgh and Baltimore will be at the bottom, and we don't Bengals. What the heck? What Bengals going to show up? and then if Joe Burrow want to stay, and then the Cleveland Browns will win that division next season.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know. You ever heard anybody? I don't know if anybody even interviewed for the Cleveland Giants. Anybody even said?
I have no idea.
Sean Watson.
I have not heard anyone. No one's interviewed for that job. We haven't heard anything.
Just grab one of those quarterbacks that got cut.
Mike, maybe they're waiting for the end of the divisional play. The championship.
There's there's no rumors even. There's no we heard Cleveland interviewed this person today. Yeah. It's like a job that's just sitting in limbo.
It's a mess when you're paying 10 quarterback that's not even on the roster. How about that? Right. It's like really.
It's Siberian, man.
People. God.
Yeah,
I don't know how of the New York Mets.
I don't know how Deion don't have that job yet. Honestly, at this point, I'm surprised they haven't just called Deion and said, "Look, we knew this was going to happen. You were going to be coaching your son. Come on over here and just." Make it happen. Just call it a day. You might as well. No one else wants the job.
I remember when Jameis Winston was on that team, and then
they still getting paid.
But not to get paid. But it's funny. He was on a podcast somewhere, and he not mentioned out one thing about the team. And then recently, he's on a podcast with Philly or something about the Eagles, and. Yeah, man, it's funny. Nobody's talking about the Browns. Like,
it's a mess.
They're way over there.
Yeah,
they might as well call Deion. Just go ahead and make the call. Just say, please, spark interest. Go ahead. You might as well. No one else is going there. No one else wants to come there. It looks like
get somebody from the dog pound. Put him from the stands and let him coach. You know what I mean? Because that's about the closest thing you're gonna get. Yeah. I got dog pound experience. Oh, you're hired.
Yeah. As Dre would say, "What's up, user? What's up?"
Wow!
Just hopped in. What's up, user?
That's a good one. What's up, user?
Let me ask you guys: the Giants, Harbaugh, they gonna make some noise next year?
Who?
The Giants and Harbaugh, they're gonna make some noise next year.
Like noise, like what? 10 wins? Like take the, I don't know.
I guess 9-10 wins.
9-10 wins. Yup, 9-10 wins. That's it. It's a good fit. It's a good fit for Harbaugh. I think so.
Maybe. I still gotta see who he's gonna have as offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, because again, he's the CEO head coach, so he can't call either side of the ball. So he's got to hire the right guys to run all that stuff.
He hired the coordinator from Baltimore. He brought him.
He got Monkton. I thought he brought in Monkton, but I wasn't certain on that. Monkton's good. So that'll help. I forgot who he got for defense because he's not bringing Zach Warren over. But that's the only thing with the. I was listening to another show that was talking about just that CEO coach and how it can go. Really good and then go really bad. And then they were talking about how Pete Carroll was a CEO coach, came in and hired some guys and had all kinds of drama with who they hired. And you saw how bad things worked out. Harbaugh should be better. I still don't picture him as a New York guy, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I tell you one thing: if he does well, Terry Glenn, they're gonna be looking at him like, you know, over in the Jets, they're gonna be looking at him like, man, we got the wrong guy. You know, he instantly gets a whole bunch of pressure. The minute the Harbaugh comes in and does well, they're gonna look at Terry Glenn like, you slacking, bro.
You better watch out for Tua Dart. That's all I'm going to say, man. Because if he gets concussions again, he's going to end up like Tua. So
I think Harbaugh is probably the good guy to try to just reel this guy in. It's like, look, man, you can't be playing reckless like this. I'm sorry, you know.
Right.
Man, you know. Then, like I said, you got the running back and then Neighbors. You know. That's a good start. That's a good start right there. You know?
They need another wide receiver.
Another one.
Scatterboo. If he looks like he can be the real deal if he stays healthy. Defensive wise, though, I'm not sure, Mike. Like they were okay, but nothing spectacular, especially for their corners.
Yeah.
You know? Abdul Carter, guys. Like I thought he'd be better. Like,
he was a bust last year.
Yeah.
He really. When he was on the field, he could make some plays. Like he didn't have a lot of sacks, but he would disrupt plays and provide pressure. But, you know, it's just, unfortunately, he had just too many stories off the field. You know, he got caught looking at Oli fans at practice or something like that. And so, it was like he got benched for like a quarter because he wasn't paying attention to meetings, and then got benched for like another thing because he was like watching porn and another thing for something else. And it's just like, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It seemed like there was no discipline, so maybe Harbaugh will bring in some discipline so someone like him can actually like reach his potential, because he was great at Penn State. I mean, he was, you know, Micah Parsons 2.0 they kept talking about. He's got to get reeled in.
But let me ask you guys, Lamar Jackson, Dre, you'll probably have some input on this. He was restless with Harbaugh. He didn't really rein him in from running too much, did he?
No. But Lamar is so talented, man. And we always said how, you know, he didn't have the pieces to help, you know, but then here comes Henry. We thought that was going to be the thing for them. And then still, it didn't really run Henry enough as well. So these still receivers. Yeah, I mean, you had Zeke Flowers, and he was just their go-to guy. That was about it. And of course, Mark Andrews, but Mark Andrews is getting older, you know.
Likely,
yes, but Lamar, man, we'll have to see what's going to happen this year. If it's going to be the same thing again, you know, this is going to be Lamar's. Well, all I remember was that Josh Allen, his 9 seasons have failed every time, right? I'm talking about win the playoffs. Jackson as well too. I think Jackson's like his 5th or 6th. So I don't know, man. You know.
I love the comment. Jackson Dart has an arm to it through hot dogs. Miami, I mean, came out, said we got to figure out the quarterback situation. The head coach, I don't know, dude. Who wants what do you deal in that situation? Where do you start with that offense? I mean, you just got to totally rebuild it. You got the Cheetah's gone. Tua is a mess. Like, I don't even know where you go with that team from here, man.
I think you got to first figure out what offense do you want to run. You know, do you want to sit there and still try to be high scoring, high power, light body like they were, or do you actually want to build it to be totally different? You know, downhill run. You know, a lot less of the stuff that Mike McDaniels wanted to do. So I think first and foremost they got to figure out there's some kind of identity. I guess that all depends on who he hires offensive coordinator, because the guy they got is a defensive guy. So,
yeah, you're right. What is the last time Miami had an identity? How about that? You know what I mean? It's like, who are you? What are they?
Back in Dan Marino in the 80s, man.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, so far their identity was, you know, come out, get gangbusters for like a half a season and then get wore out, and then they would crash the second half because they couldn't endure like cold weather and the long, you know, it was just like a finesse offense, you know, that eventually needed to toughen up, and they never toughen up, you know, so they could win 8 games by like 100-1 on every game because they were blowing teams out, and then all of a sudden it get cold outside and they would just clam up, you know, they just weren't built for that.
Let's talk about another team. Speaking of one that needs identity, Arizona. Kyler Murray,
anybody? Not even in the league. I mean, come on.
What do you do with that mess? It's another one.
Yeah, just kick him out of the. If I was the commissioner, I was just like, just get out of the league, man. You're just bringing this whole league. I mean, talk about a sorry. Wow, where do you go? Yeah, like you said, where do you start? It's everything is just terrible. Besides their tight end is up and coming. But
right, yeah.
Connor can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. It's like
Harrison Jr.
Huh?
Yeah,
but he did well. He was up and down this season, wasn't he?
They got Wilson. Wilson's good.
Yeah, Wilson's emerged. Harrison, it was supposed to be. I'm not sure what's going on with Maserati Marv. He has not lived up to his potential at all.
It's bad, Sal. I mean, it's bad as like their field tracks out to the outside to get grass growing. Just turn it into a garden. I mean, just turn it into a complete garden out there, man. I don't know what Arizona. I mean, Mike, that's your division.
Yeah, look, I want them to stay bad forever. It's like, I don't care if you guys could be the Cleveland Browns as long as you want to be. But I guess truthfully, I mean, if they really want to fix that franchise, I guess they get to take inventory of what they do have. I mean, they built around defense. When Gannon was there, they did have some pieces that were pretty good. So I think they probably need to look at that side of the ball and say, all right, we're going to shore this up, make sure it's tight. We probably won't score a lot of in games with the offense we got, but we'll at least shut teams down on defense as much as possible and then come in and try to build the offense up. I think you just got to just start with what you got and go from there. Yeah. But that's another job. You don't hear nobody's interviewed for. Like, nobody wants that one either.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets, guys, they got a future. They got a lot of first-round draft picks. Mike, your boy Salah didn't go there again. He had enough.
No, I mean, Terry Glenn still got the job. Lucky for him, because this usually was a one-and-done kind of thing. But I guess they were smart not to fire him, because they would sit up there right now, be sitting there trying to figure out who they're going to hire, like these other teams, people, because it's not a big pool of people to pull from. I mean, I think that's what you're starting to see, is that it's hard to fill a bunch of coaching jobs, and having a third of the league wide open.
You meant to say Eric Glenn. You said Terry Glenn.
Terry, what I said? Oh, I said Aaron. Oh, yeah, Aaron Glenn. Yeah. But some Glenn, but still.
just make it correct.
I know what you mean. You're right. Yeah. No, I got me on that one. But Aaron Glenn just, they were smart not to fire him. Hopefully he can turn it around. He's got to find a defensive coordinator because he got rid of Wilkes. So and they got change already over there. So it's not a turnaround, man. It's a lot of turnover for real.
And then the last one, guys, here, and then we'll move on. Salah, obviously, to the Titans. The Titans, I don't know what to make of them, man. They just can't seem to get their act together. They have some pieces, but the quarterback has got something to build on. But Salah, you're right, Mike. He needs an offensive coordinator that's going to help him out over there, or he's going to end up like he did with the Jets again. That's a tough one.
So,
yeah.
I just think, you got to, when you're a defensive coach, you got to really find the right OC. Like Vrabel's a defense guy, but he got Josh McDaniels, who's like one of the best offensive coordinators you can hire. So you saw how Drake May is flourishing, and Vrabel looks like a genius.
Yeah.
That's what Salah's going to have to find. He's going to have to really find the right OC. I thought maybe Daniels might be his guy, like just that connection, but McDaniels went to Harbaugh. So, Harbaugh, Salah is now looking to see who he can find to develop Cam Ward and build that offense. I don't know who's out there. I really don't.
It's getting slim pickings right now.
Yeah. It's all new people. You're going to have to pick someone that no one knows. It's going to be like, it's a lot of, digging deep into people's coaching staff and trying to pick some guy who's a quarterback coach or, 9-play calling assistant or I don't know, the ball boy. I don't know what you're going to do, but that's how deep you're going to have to go to find somebody to take these jobs.
Yeah, there's still a lot of positions out there. We'll keep monitoring it as we go on. A lot of openings still, a lot of change this year, almost a third of the league, guys. So
Yeah.
definitely something to keep an eye on. Could be more next year. Who knows? I think the NFL is really turning into what have you done for me lately now? It's really getting to that point. And yeah, because there's so much money on the line with these teams right now. So it's interesting to see these head coaches coming and going, picking off coordinators left and right. You saw the Eagles. Now they might lose another defensive line coach. They just already lost their defensive passing game coach. So everybody's getting picked off, man. So
yeah. Well, I hate to say it, 'cause I've said this 1,000 times, and Jermaine, you're gonna get me on this, but this is why when you get to the Super Bowl, you have to win it, because you just don't know what's gonna happen, man. And you know, I always look at my team like, damn, this is it, because it's so much craziness in the NFL and so much turnaround and stuff, and teams that suck don't stay sucky for long because of the way the league is. You know, you can't dominate and have 1,000 chances to keep going to the Super Bowl to finally win it. You got to do it.
You're right.
Well, the AFC is turning over with Kansas City taking a step back now. I don't know that Kansas City is ever going to be the team they were again with Mahomes. I think, you know, they'll still be an okay team, but I don't know that they're going to be what they were. So,
well, you saw what they did, right?
So, Kansas City?
Yeah.
What about
Eric B? Eric B is back.
Eric B is
back.
back.
Eric B.
Sleeping
Eric B for president, man. Eric B is the offensive coordinator again.
Backwards.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Did we interviewed Matt Nagy, didn't we? It's like, oh God, you know? Yeah. So
yeah. They also were interviewing Mike Kafka, the Eagles. Come on, man. The offensive Kafka.
I mean, I think Dable would have been the best fit, because if you want to help out Hurts, at least Hurts has some, you know, they have a relationship, and he also has a relationship with Saquon, you know. But obviously, it's just not going to happen. I thought Dable was going to be the one, but you know, he went elsewhere.
Remember back in the day, I said I was hoping they would pick him.
Yeah, you're right.
Sirianni instead, and I was like, who?
Yeah.
It's like with Andy Reid. They're like, who?
Yeah, well, yeah. The same with Nick Sirianni. You know, it's like, well, who? You know, but hey.
That's how I was back then with Chip Kelly. I'm like, who?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. For Dable interview Bills, you believe that? I'm like, wow. I thought after he left to go to New York to be their coach, that
he's going back to get for that coach. Yeah, then that.
Sean McDermott left the house, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't care about that. Was a mistake.
That was a mistake. I mean, come on, man. You gave this man enough time, Mike. I mean, Jesus, he can't get it done.
I
see what you're saying, the GM.
Yeah, the timing is bad. And the GM, and they basically kept the GM and gave him a promotion. I'm like, man, he's been, you know, he got Josh Allen, but I mean, they've had a couple seasons where they've had some subpar talent in other places, and Josh Allen kind of picked up the weight, you know, because of that. And to give the GM a pass and to fire the coach, and then to fire the coach in a year where you're struggling to hire people. I mean, they said they did this last year, or they just should have waited to next year. But when half the league has got turnover, man, you're like, you're gonna have to go out and get someone better than him, and that's what they're not gonna get. I mean, the guy's been a winner every year. You know, they've had a great record. He didn't get over the hump, but they've always been in the mix. Right. And now they got, you know, it's the Harbaugh, it's the Tony Dungy, John Gruden thing. If you're not better than Tony Dungy, then what's the point? I mean, at least John Gruden came in and they won the Super Bowl, you know? So it's like, everybody's like, it's Gruden's, it's Tony's players, blah, 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 whatever. Right. This guy put it all together to get them over the hump. I don't see who they're going to get Buffalo over the hump, you know? So why fire the guy, especially now when all the over the hump coaches you could have got hired already? You know, Stefanski already got hired in Atlanta, so you can't get him. Harbaugh already got hired by the Giants. You can't get him. Who is left of any exciting coaches that can take you over the hump? Nobody. So now you're looking at Anthony Lynn. Hey, what the hell? I mean, what are you talking about here? I mean, this is just dumb. I don't know. I thought it was a dumb decision.
It comes down to this: the owners want to win right now. 9 years with Sean McDermott, it was like, okay, great, but we never won a Super Bowl.
It goes beyond.
Never won an AFC championship. Excuse me.
I know that's right. It goes beyond 9 years, man. That team, man. that city, I wouldn't even move to Buffalo if I'm a football fan, man. They're just cursed all around.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this thing goes all the way back to the Giants.
Yeah.
When they played the Giants in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
way back when. What was that, 20? I mean, Jesus Christ. You know?
Lamar
they were
Bailey
bad.
missed all the field
They
goals.
were bad until McDermott got there, and then McDermott helped turn them around, to be in the mix every year.
Yeah, right,
and if it wasn't
right,
for the fact that Mahomes existed, they probably would have won Super Bowls. I mean, it's just
Or New
it's
England
just
still,
unfortunate,
Brady,
but
New England.
it's just one of those things. But I just think that they got too emotional in their decision to to fire him. I think they just they saw what happened in the game. Yeah, it was some dumb plays. Josh Allen had some bonehead plays. The defense, hadn't stopped anybody all year, and you saw that kind of come out where they got ran on all day. And they had issues, but I just think the next guy's going to come in. They're not going to do as well. And then the city's going to be like, what did we do? We chased a guy out of town that could actually win at least a game in the playoffs to a guy that might not even get to the playoffs. And then you're really going to have problems. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a good. Oh, go ahead, Jermaine. Sorry, bud.
It's a mix of emotions. That's all. You saying that, he gives you a playoff game. I mean, it's just like a tease. I was like, oh yeah, we're going. And then all of a sudden you just get embarrassed the next round of the AFC Championship. And here we go again.
That's just how they haven't got embarrassed though. I mean, like Tomlin got embarrassed. Like every time Tomlin got in the playoffs, they got routed. Like first round 40-point losses. Buffalo is it's some kind of dumb catch or some kind of bad penalty. Like in this game, how many times did Denver get pass interference on that last drive? Like what kind of crap was that? I mean, they lose cursed. They lose bad games, but they're at least in it. No, if they were not competitive, but it just the ball doesn't go their way. But I don't think that's all McDermott.
Yeah, that Coleman.
Josh put out there, Josh was crying the whole interview, man. He was just like,
because he knew that Sean was fired. He knew Sean was fired. He knew it.
Crying the whole interview.
Yep, he knew it.
Yeah,
he's like, Sean's fired. It's not his fault. That's what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, it is the business, right? We hold the quarterback accountable when the defense can't stop nobody. I guess we hold the head coach accountable when the quarterback throws 5 interceptions.
Jalen for Josh, guys.
Jalen for Josh. They talked about that. Yeah, they talked about that. Jalen for Josh.
There you
would
go.
You do it?
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Come on now.
I think
the only person that wouldn't do that deal is KD. KD play no.
We wouldn't talk. But what I'm saying is, we wouldn't be talking about this. I mean, you guys always talk about it's win. Jalen's a winner, and he won the Super Bowl. So you still will give him up. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm with KD. I wouldn't do it.
Saquon won the Super Bowl, man. Huh? Saquon was the reason why they got that Super Bowl. Jalen got it.
Yeah.
Well,
he was an accomplice.
Okay. They didn't have Saquon in 2022. We got robbed.
That's the one I was about to say. That was
we got robbed.
That was, but
we didn't have Jalen. But I mean, we didn't have Saquon.
But Jalen during that game, he was way better than Patrick Mahomes, and we lost that Super Bowl.
Yeah, we got robbed.
We got robbed. So but I won't stay on it too long. But he confuses me. I don't know what the heck he is. That's all I can say. I don't know what Jalen. Yeah, Jalen. I don't know what he is. I don't. He's foreign to me. I don't know.
So
we'll find out next year.
Yeah, we'll find out next year. That's all you know.
If he has
going to be an interesting offseason, just like what Dre said. Dre said this whole season was weird. It is weird. Look at the teams that are in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Look at what we was doing in the season and whatnot. This whole thing is just weird. It's weird. I got Denver winning the Super Bowl. How about that? That's weird.
Yeah, Knicks is going to be tough.
Nah. I look at Knicks. I look at Denver as us when Nick Foles went. I mean, look, Stedham's been in the league and whatnot. I'm not.
Stedham hasn't thrown the ball since
and they got a defense. Got the defense, man.
Jarrett Stidham hasn't thrown the ball since 2023. So,
same as Nick Foles. Same as Nick Foles. Foles was a bench guy and all that stuff. You talk about he hasn't thrown the ball. He won your Super Bowl, didn't he? It was fraud, but he won your Super Bowl.
God.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and talk
500 yards.
Who
Tom
you
Brady,
picking?
come on.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's
Yeah,
talk
so
about
I mean,
this
I guess
AFC
Denver and the
championship.
Patriots. I mean, who you got?
I got
Well,
Denver.
look, I'm gonna get it out the way. All right, I've been riding Denver. I remember I even put it in our season picks. I said Denver all the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it has turned. When Bo got hurt and found out he was not gonna play for the rest of the play, or up to the AFC Championship, I said it's over. Now the only thing to me that can actually win this game is Sean Payton versus Babel, the coaching. If Sean can get the defense, because Denver's got a nice defense, guys. I think they're gonna have to win this game, like we all been saying all year. But the offense got to do their part too. But I don't know this quarterback. I don't know who this guy is. I know what you're saying about the Nick Foles and the Philly special and all that stuff. But Vrabel's good, man. I'm not taking that away from New England. They're good too. And they got this rookie. No, not rookie no more. Sorry, Drake's second year. Drake is just playing lights out. His second year, and he's got the pieces too. He's got Stevenson. He's got the wide receivers. I mean, he's got the whole meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I hate to say, but I'm gonna say New England. I don't want to, but New England's gonna win.
Drake kind of stumbled against that Houston defense.
He did. He did.
So now you're coming up against another defense. And I'm not saying, because we always argue, the offense has got to pull their strings and all that stuff, but people, I think Sean's going to have them rise up to the occasion, especially that defense. He's like, defense, you're probably going to have to carry us, But yeah, I mean, Drake struggled against Houston, so now you're coming against another defense. So we'll see. I got Denver going to the Super Bowl.
Mike?
I got Patriots. I think, and it's not because of the quarterback situation. I mean, it does hurt, but the Patriots have been playing pretty good defense themselves, and so I think it is going to make it tough for Stidham. And then Drake May, as long as he doesn't have terrible turnovers. I mean, he has had some bad ones, but as long as they're not like pick sixes, I think they can overcome some of his mistakes. But he has made plays. And Josh McDaniels being an offensive coordinator, he's just that guy just does wonders with offenses. I don't know what it is. I just think this is the Patriots' year to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to pick them to win it, but I do think they're going to get to it. I think they're going to beat Denver. I think Denver's defense has vulnerabilities. I think Jacksonville really exposed their vulnerabilities, and I think New England's going to take advantage of it. I think New England's going to win.
I'm going to jump out the window with Jermaine on this one, guys. I'm going with Denver. So I think Denver will have just enough to get by. It's going to have to be their defense, to your point, definitely. But I do think Denver can pull this one out. It's there for them. I think they got an experienced coach who's going to have them ready to play. It's going to be close. It is going to be close. The weather, we don't know how much of a factor that's going to be either. So it is in New England. So we don't know how much of a factor that's going to be. That could be playing into it too. So we'll find out, but I agree with Jermaine. I think it's going to be Denver in a close one. So Vrabel got Bill Belichick with mutual experience. I'm going Pats. All right. It's going to be close. I would not be surprised if it's the Pats, but I
wouldn't be surprised, but
Oh yeah.
Can Jarrett get it to Sutton? I don't know.
Yeah. If
course,
it's and win.
Yeah. I mean, Jarrett's still not a terrible quarterback. I mean, he was a backup. I mean, I think if I recall, he was in the Raiders backup. So, I mean, he's capable. And I think Sean Payton and those guys can coach him up enough. I mean, I think the rule for him is, look, just don't put the ball in harm's way because you got a good defense. I mean, it's what DeMeco Ryans tried to tell C.J. Stroud, and didn't listen to a damn word he said. He was just kind of like, I'll throw the ball anywhere I want. You know what I mean?
Oh, my goodness, man. we that was last. Man. He looked like he's lost. Like
I know, man.
Every time the pass rush came, he's like, "Oh, I'm not taking the sack. Here, you have it." Yeah. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
No trust in the offense and his coaching staff. He totally is zoned out.
He has not matched his rookie year at all.
He's shell-shocked.
He's struggling big time.
He's got to get out of there. I don't care about he's got to get out of there. He has no confidence in that coaching staff. They can't protect him, and he feels that way.
Stroud, man. Come on, buddy.
Yeah. But yeah, as long as Stidham doesn't do what Stroud did and just throw the ball up in the air and hope you be all right.
Maybe his braids are too tight on his head. I don't know. I mean, those big locks he got on there, maybe you got to take him out.
Yeah.
It's not into your brain, man. Something.
It's a quarterback curse of Houston. Could be hit. Maybe it's Jones Howe. Who knows?
He just got hit too much. I mean, every time you get hit, it's a car accident. So I mean, the kids had major car accidents every single game, like 27 of them every game. Because that's how many times he would get hit in the game. It seemed like if it wasn't a sack, it was at least a hit.
To his defense, defensive, a little bit is he was missing Nico Collins. Nico wasn't in there in that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe he wouldn't have threw, and it kind of did like a shocks. Like, damn, where's my number one wide receiver? Now you're just throwing it all over the place. Oh, it's all on me. He can't handle the pressure.
Right.
But he's missing his number one wide receiver.
But his coach told him. That's the thing that killed me because at halftime, DeMeco Ryan, they said, "What do you tell your coach?" He said, "Tell him we got his back." And he still didn't hear none of that. He was just like, "No, you don't."
He wasn't in the locker room.
I don't trust you guys, man. Y'all ain't got my back. Y'all gonna leave me out the cold.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the second one, guys. McGenius. Here we go again. McGenius and Sea Chickens. What do you guys think, Mike?
Oh, I pick him McGenius. I saw you. Everybody saw what Sea Chickens did to my team. Yeah. And they do have a good defense. But I think if there is one team that has an answer for them, it's the Rams, because the Rams do have speed. They have a mentality to attack that defense. Yep. And it's just going to be a matter of can their defense, confuse Sam Darnold enough, to force him into mistakes and then somehow keep Kenneth Walker from, running all over the place. They had a good battle, a couple weeks ago during the season. The Rams really took it to them. And then, the Rams did what they did in the fourth quarter, like they've been doing all year. They let people come back. So as long as they can just outlast the Seahawks in that fourth quarter, I think the Rams are going to do it. So I got the Rams.
Jermaine, Ram?
Yeah, man. All the year, a couple years ago when I kept saying McGenius is overrated and why are they calling him McGenius and all that stuff, there's a reason, because he showed me in that playoff game last week against Chicago how they endured that cold weather and everything. And although McGenius' face was all frozen up because he had this face like, yeah, we did it. We did it. His face was all frozen. His eyes was wide. I said, I think his face is frostbitten. But anyway, he rallied his troops, especially when it went into overtime, and they did it. They did it, and they knew. McGenius, he said it all week. He's like, I don't care about the damn weather. I don't care about this. We're going to go out there and play. And that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. Chicago gave them their best fight, gave them, punched them, and they stood right there and took it. But yeah, I got McGenius and the Rams in the Super Bowl. McGenius and Broncos in the Super Bowl.
All right, Dre?
Seattle.
Yeah,
Seattle has a lot to really show here. That one, on defensively side, they're the strongest defense in the NFC. Period. Two, they're showing me, this is my opinion, that they're almost on the same page of back in the day of Legion of Boom. That's where they're at, to me, where they're going to. On the offensive side of the ball, this will be a proven that Sam the damn Darnold is for real, right? And can he put this team over the Rams? And what a bittersweet would it be for Cooper Kupp to win against his old team, right? Mm-hmm. So, to me, man, see, Puka Nacua and Matthew Stafford. Yeah, man, what a heck of a combination. And if the corners can or the safeties can slow down Puka Nacua, I don't see the Rams winning. I got Seattle on this one. I don't want to, but it's
nobody wants to see us.
I don't want to, but I would like to. I'm like kind of say I'm rooting for Sam Darnold because he can say I'm here. I did it. I'm not seeing ghosts. I'm not. So Jermaine said great, but I'm just saying, man. I like Seattle on this one. So to me, it's gonna be Seattle and the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
The one thing, guys, that we know is that Matt Stafford does not like pressure. And Seattle is going to bring pressure. He gets happy feet. He gets sloppy. That's the only reason why Seattle would, or I should say the Rams would lose this game. So Stafford got too happy in the pocket, and he might. Otherwise, it's the Rams games lose. Coaching-wise, I think Genius could do it. The question is, what will that defense look like? So I like Seattle on this one. I don't want to, but I think that Stafford's going to get some happy feet in there. Probably eat a power pellet. So there's like Pac-Man. Yeah. I just think Seattle is going to find a way to pull this one out. I think it's going to be Seattle, maybe Denver in the Super Bowl, which is to me not. Like, I'm with you, Mike. I don't like really any of the teams at this point.
Right, but we're talking about, and I'm just sitting here thinking about what you guys are saying. We're talking about Sam Darnold.
He's good, man.
He's the
He is.
Come on, Dre.
I told you, Jermaine. Stop wiping your eyes. He has statistically shown, in fact, in stats, that he is one of the top 5 quarterbacks. I'm trying to remember the stat. I sent it to you guys over the phone. That he is proven that he can play the game. I'm like, he's up there.
Playoffs, dude.
Yeah, playoffs. But he's.
Yeah,
I think he's
the most important thing. Yeah, I agree with you. Just like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins could put up the numbers in the regular season, and yeah, he's one of those. But when you come with the playoffs, it's like, okay.
Then if you're going to say, what are you going to say about Kirk Cousins? Then you got to say Josh Allen sit backseat with Kirk Cousins. Lamar Jackson sit in the backseat with Kirk Cousins.
That's what I'm saying.
All that, and then Sam and the damn Darnold will be better than Josh Allen and Lamar.
No, they're not.
Correct? No, for winning. No. I'm talking about for winning the playoffs. They haven't got past. I'm sorry, winning the NFC Championship.
This is Sam Darnold. This is Sam Darnold.
Josh Allen has not won an AFC Championship. Lamar Jackson has not won an AFC Championship.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this is Sam Darnold's 3rd playoff game. That's all I'm saying.
He's doing well.
He's doing.
He is. He's doing. 5 times was Kirk Cousins. He still couldn't get it done. This is Josh Allen. That was his 9th playoff.
And now Grayson goes.
Yeah, and then Lamar was 5 or 6 in a row. So
Sam,
I'm not saying I'm a cheerleader of him, but I'm just saying he's doing pretty damn good
for three playoffs.
Sam is on the. Sam is riding the bus, but he ain't driving the bus, man.
Kirk Cousins is driving the bus.
Look, Jimmy G. My favorite quarterback, Jimmy G. When San Francisco went to the Super Bowl the first go round against Kansas City, they went to Green Bay and played Aaron Rodgers. Jimmy G threw the balls 7 times. They ran the ball the whole time. It's like, oh yeah, Jimmy G can win games. It's like, no, they ran the damn ball. Sam Darnold is Jimmy G right now. He's played teams that don't make him have to work. We'll see. If the Rams make him throw the ball over the yard and he can make these big plays, it's like, all right, I'll give him his props. But for right now, the defense is carrying the team, and they're playing teams that ain't making them work. I mean, my team got up there and laid down from the start. They had to work hard. That was an easy day at the office. But let's see where they got to play some real teams, some real talent, and see if he actually lives up. I think he's going to clam up. He's done it early this year. He clammed up.
I would think if Chicago would have won, I think Chicago would beat them. Their corners are pretty good.
And it's something that you brought up, Chicago. Is Caleb Williams the next Brett Favre? Come on, man. Everybody's freaking out. And I saw you on the text fans freaking out. He just threw that ball up in the air, Dre. Come on. That was just like the one when Brett Favre's father passed away, and he's throwing it all in there. Come on, man. Come on.
They can't sustain that. They can't sustain that. Like, this is their year to throw up. you know,
man.
How's a guy wide open in the end? Like every coach tells you, don't get beat deep on the last damn play of the game, right? And what do? They're sitting up there looking at the guy like Kelly Ringo's back there. I'm like, this purposely.
Listen, Jermaine, remember when we saw Patrick Mahomes like his second year, whatever, he has his head down and just toss it.
That's what Caleb's doing. Caleb ran 40 yards back and just he just, oh my God! It's like, yo, are you?
Yeah, but what was interesting, that play was busted, so there was only one guy over in the corner.
I know.
I would have threw it over there too.
Here's the next Brett Favre.
That should have been intercepted.
It should have been.
Exactly.
But I will say, I one thing that did impress me in that play is that Caleb does have an arm because he's rolling backwards, and he's still shooting the ball. You're right. Like Favre, you know, we'll see next year because they can't do that again next year. This whole, you know, come back in the fourth quarter and throw some crazy bomb play that just happens. They can't live like that. They have to have some kind of semblance of, okay, we are in control of the vehicle here. Right now, they're just like hoping they can like finish, and they do, you know, but they're not in control. They gotta look like they're in control.
So did they lose that game, guys, based on that Ben Johnson is a product of Dave Campbell of going for the fourth downs? Because to me, I think they lost the game on that second time they went on fourth down. They should have kicked the field goal the first time. Maybe. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. It didn't help.
Ben gambled.
Yeah. He got a little greedy there with some of that stuff. But yeah. That's
I want to throw a stat in for you, man. All right. You saying that Sam is the great you know, not great. No. He's a good quarterback, top 5 quarterback. This is his playoff stat last week against a depleted San Fran 49ers secondary. 12 of 17 for 114 yards. Is that going to get it done against the Rams? I don't think so.
Jalen Hurts was throwing.
Yeah, I know. And where's Jalen Hurts at? Where is Jalen Hurts? Where is Jalen Hurts?
He's home.
He's home. Right.
He's home.
And that's the same thing. And that's the same thing that's going to happen with Darnold this week. You cannot win a game with 114 yards, 2 sacks, and I don't know where this TD came from. I don't know.
That was a good pass. That was a good pass. I saw it. Yeah. But I mean, that was the Jimmy G thing. You know, they could run the ball so effective that they didn't have to pass the ball.
You shut down Kenneth Walker, and like you said, Mike, you let Darnold throw that ball. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah. If he went in with arm, I will shut up. He's no longer seeing ghosts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
exercise them. But I just got this feeling that he's gonna get pressure, he's gonna throw the ball, and you're gonna see the real Sam Darnold show up, and they're gonna have to count that defense to hopefully hold, you know, the Rams to a field goal or something. But if they start getting touchdowns on them, you know, it's gonna be a long day.
If Darnold throws 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, I'll grow my hair back on my head. Okay.
If you look at the playoffs this year, no quarterback threw over 300 yards.
What do you mean? Brock Purdy threw over 500 yards.
Sorry, Brock Purdy. Sorry, Brock Purdy. I'm thinking of Trevor Lawrence. I'm talking about the beginning, wild card. Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
All those guys that were Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying most of them didn't even throw 300.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen did.
Josh Allen had a 300-yard day. Yeah, he did. That one.
Yeah. In the words of Jermaine, you know, we could say Sam Darnold. What?
What? I don't know. I just started something new.
And this is part of what Dre said. This is a weird season. Sam Darnold is possibly can go to the Super Bowl. How weird does that sound?
Yeah.
How weird does that really sound? That is crazy.
You could have Drake May and Sam Darnold.
Drake May.
As the 2 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah. Things are changing, right? We're starting to see that, you know, the whole notion, the narrative of the quarterback, and that you got to have, you know, the $250 million quarterback if you want your team to be successful. You got to have Josh Allen and Justin Herbert and Lamar and all these that. And maybe you really don't.
Yeah,
you just got to have a good defense and a good running game and a serviceable quarterback. And voila,
Yeah.
you know,
He
voila.
can prove that he can win him because Trent Dilfer, when the Ravens had that defense, he didn't do nothing in the Super Bowl. He didn't do a damn thing. You know,
Nope,
so
he sure didn't.
it could happen. I don't.
You know,
I'm just
flipping the model. You know, it's like, you know, for a long time the model's been you got to build around the quarterback.
Yeah,
the quarterback's the most important piece, and maybe we're starting to see that the league's changing. You know, just like people got away from running the ball, and then now all of a sudden the running back's starting to become important again. You know, it's just everything's changing. So maybe this is it now.
That's right. Trey's just seeing ghosts. It's all good.
Week 17, 377 yards.
That's 17, Dre's. That's the playoffs.
I know, but I'm just saying that was last game of the season.
I get it. Against who?
Hey, I'm not saying I'm a fan of his, but no, that was against the Vikings.
No.
Week 17. The last game of the season was.
I'm sorry. It was his best thing with the Vikings against the Packers. This was like last year. His thing. But you know what's funny, Jermaine? He was nominated for the most improved player in 2020.
Yeah. I do remember that. And then he went over there and he
got Pro Bowl this year, and he got Pro Bowl last year. So
yeah, I mean, he learned some stuff from Kevin O'Connell, man. I mean, you know, sometimes these guys just got to get the right team. I mean, he was Brock's backup, and he had some pretty good play, and so I'm sure he probably picked up some things. And then Kevin O'Connell kind of finished him off, and now he's, you know, pretty solid quarterback.
Yeah.
Guys, I will say this, and then I don't know if we'll get to the game today, Mike. But I will say this: the NFL is going to 18 games. They're going to play a preseason game, and they want every team to play at least one game overseas. That's what their goal is in the next.
That's what they're. That's what they're proposing. That's what they're proposing, Sal.
That's what they're proposing.
So that might be on the table during the meetings, I guess, this year. Huh?
I mean, that's a lot. Every team's got to go overseas, drop a preseason game, got to go to 18 games. Yes, Jermaine with a low taper fade would be elite. That would be. That's funny. Mike, do we have time for the game? What do you got, man?
I mean, it's real quick. I mean, we actually kind of hit on some of this stuff because it's about the coaches. So real quick, you know, so it really is just going through some of the openings, and it's like, you know, do you think it's a good job or do you think it's a good luck with that kind of situation? So we hit on a couple of them, but real quick. So Eagles offensive coordinator, just to settle it, good job or good luck with that?
Good luck with that.
Failed. Wow. Yeah, good luck with that.
Wow.
That's crazy. You say Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, it's like that's not a good job. How about Hef's team, both Commanders offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator? Good job, or you say good luck with that one?
Run away.
They need to go on the road and start singing. That's what they do. The comedy.
Run away.
Injuries. Good luck with that. I mean, I don't know.
I don't. Is Snyder? Do you guys think is Snyder the man? Is he the man for the job over there in DC, the head coaching job, or what?
So Dan Snyder.
Dan Quinn.
I mean, that's Snyder.
Dan Quinn.
I was gonna say he's not.
Dan Quinn's coach.
Yeah, I was like,
he don't even on the team no more.
I'm sorry. I think that's 3 o'clock this morning. I'm sorry.
Right.
You ain't no better than Terry Glenn, Mike. Come on, man.
I would call him the rest of my life. Terry.
He said Terry Glenn.
He said Terry
I always go back. Your name is Terry.
I got to end this before it gets out of control here. All right.
But to play the game, Mike, good luck for Washington.
Yeah, good luck to Washington. Run far, man.
I got an interesting one. How about Niners defensive coordinator? You know, Robert Saleh left. There's an opening. Do you think that's a good job? Or good luck with that?
They got an offense, so
his resume shows good luck with that because he sucked at Jets.
Well, I mean, the job open in itself, though. I mean, whoever you think being the Niners defensive coordinator, you think that's a good job to take, or you think that's a bad job?
Oh,
so if they get Crosby with, you know, maybe
that's a good one.
That's a good one, Mike.
In between.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we got Fred Warner, I mean, you can't.
Yeah, Fred Warner,
Crosby, Bosa, you got some pieces there.
Yeah.
Speaking of defensive coordinators, what do you guys think about the Green Bay job? Because now Green Bay needs a defensive coordinator because there's left to be the coach of the Dolphins.
Well, good luck with that. Might be it. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I know we already talked about it, but Cardinals head coach.
Good luck with that.
Run
Man,
away.
Good luck with that.
just
Yeah.
I mean, that's
We
a
We didn't
flip of
talk
the
too much about it, but I had on here, I know the jobs have been filled already, but what do you guys think about the Falcons head coaching job? Do you think that was a good job to take, or you think that was a mistake?
Who's your quarterback? I don't know if he's it. You got Robinson, but who
Drake London, Kyle Pitts. I mean,
yeah, Drake London Cup.
overrated, both of them. What is Kyle Pitts
Yeah.
done?
I mean, Jermaine, I know you're down there in Atlanta. What's the talk now? That I mean, I know you said Arthur Blank meddles too much, but I mean, it's the
Well,
fancy.
they ain't saying nothing. Like I said, a lot of people in the middle of the season, they're not saying nothing. Until Arthur Blank gets his hands out of the cookie jar and just let everybody just play, they're not
Ain't
saying
happening.
they're not saying nothing down here. They're not saying anything.
Yeah.
So
All right. I guess the last one I got, and I think this is definitely a good luck with that, but y'all might think differently. But the Raiders head coaching job.
jeez. Tom Brady might as well just go down there and coach him, man. I don't understand. Why would people?
Mike, you got some tough ones for me.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
If you really,
Yeah, I mean, but you get the number one draft pick
I was
though,
about to
so
say,
then
you get
they're
number
going to
one
win the
draft pick.
Mendoza deal, right? I guess
Right.
Mendoza will be the
So
number one pick.
Is Mendoza the real deal? And Dre's,
Hey,
that's
You
Dre's
giving
saying.
him Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty if he's actually the next coming of whatever I don't know, maybe the job's not as bad as it looks.
That defense, if you lose Max Crosby,
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
So I had a couple of it, but I think we hit some of the other ones, so I think I kind of know where you stand. But that was pretty much just real quick for a game.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Hey, we'd like to thank everybody who's listening to us, user especially. I appreciate your comments, so it's good stuff for sure, man. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Enough Said Podcast. Enough Said Crew is the handle across all our major social media channels. That is Twitter, Facebook, all the good stuff. Enough Said Crew at gmail.com. Get your direct line to Jermaine. That's if he's not messing around with the chiller. All the other stuff.
It's a swud, not a chiller. Mike has chillers. I got swads. All right, I got swads. Get it straight.
Enough Said WTC Podcast at Instagram. Check us out on there, of course. And then we are also on, I should say, not
Twitch.
Twitter. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok. TikTok, we got some starting to get some noise a little bit
Twitch.
now. So check us out on TikTok too if you haven't checked us out on there already. And next week we'll be back on. We got a break between the Super Bowl. I don't know what time yet, guys. We got to figure that out. But so keep tuned, keep subscribing to our channel so that you know when we're going to be on next week. And we will keep you posted on all our
Super
picks.
Bowl's next week.
So
No, week after.
we
Week
got a
after.
big break in
Oh,
between.
we
That
got a break.
week
Okay.
break.
Pro Bowl games next week.
Pro Bowl game and all the interviews
Yeah.
Pro Bowl.
at the what's the name?
Play-
At the
They playing
in
flag
California.
football.
Flag
Y'all
football.
stadium.
Yeah. All right, guys. Enjoy it as always. Always a pleasure here on a Saturday night. It is 9:15. Good luck with the storm. Stay safe.
Safe, guys.
All right, everybody.
Absolutely. And happy listening. Congrats, man.
Yeah, congrats.
Happy Proud Papa again.
Yep, Proud Papa in the house.
Yeah, all right, Hef.
Check out the Climbback series.
That's right. So,
All right, everybody.
all right, everybody.
All right. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Be safe with the snow.
You-
All right.